Good evening, good evening. I think we are live. Hello, Lee Johnson
Hello.
here, bringing you another interview. As you will have seen if you joined us this morning, over the next 2 weeks, I do this every year. So people get excited about coming to watch the interviews. So every single year, I interview some of my students, past and present, who have done my one-to-many signature program. I do this because we teach thousands every single year, and we have hundreds of success stories. And so I like to just show different types of success stories, different things that people have done and how it's helped them in different ways to do one-to-many. Hey guys, really nice to see you. Do say hi in the comments. It'll be lovely to see who's on. Do give me some hearts and thumbs up so that we can ruin the algorithm and make sure that everybody else gets to see us. I feel like we're really beating Facebook this week. It's like we're winning here. So thank you for doing that. But yeah, I've got a brilliant interview for you today. This is Victoria. Victoria, do you want to just first explain what your business does, what you do?
Okay, so hello, thanks for having me on. So my current business helps people, corporates and professionals, be happy. It's about getting them to manifest happiness in their lives. And it took a long time for me to figure that out. And if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have done that, because I came up with every single kind of description. But yes, it's more about sort of like, I'm a chief manifester, but happiness is one of the things that when people say to me, oh, I want to manifest a car and I want to manifest a house, it's mainly the happiness that they're trying to manifest.
You're like, do you? Do you really?
Yeah, do you really? Yeah. Or they manifest the car and then they go, oh, is that it?
I'm not happy yet. Victoria is also our spirituality coach in You Can Sit With Us, my membership, and everybody loves her in there. She's doing such good work. But the reason I wanted to interview Victoria is because she did one-to-many 2020, wasn't it? 2020?
Yeah. After stalking you. Yeah, 2020.
Yeah. Don't worry. I'm used to being stalked. I allow stalking. And what brought you into doing one-to-many? Why were you interested in working with me on passive income?
Well, I've told this story before. I actually saw someone else who I knew kind of had a business, but a lot of people have businesses, but very few do much with them. And in my mind, in my opinion, I hadn't really seen her on any scale whatsoever. And all of a sudden she was having 5K months and 10K months. So me being me, I start going, well, who's behind all of this?
No.
And
you are a proper stalker.
I am a proper stalker. And I'm like, who's behind all of this? And I found you. But then I found you and I added you as a friend and followed you. But then I didn't do anything with it. And there's that phrase that they say, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. And then one day I just remembered being on Instagram and you came on live and it looked exactly like this. And I was like, oh, that's that woman. Let me hear what she's about. And you were on and you were gobsmacked. And there's Danny Wallace, who I'd never heard of before, screaming. And all she kept on saying was, you've got to tell them what's just happened. You've got to tell them what's just happened. And you just made your first £1 million launch.
Oh, I remember this. You did £1 million in an hour or something.
In an hour, that was it. Yes, that was it. It was £1 million an hour. And you could barely speak. And Danny was going crazy. And I'm thinking, one, I love her. And two, anybody who can achieve that, I want to work with. And I didn't know anything about race to recurring revenue, which is why in the post, I say it's my second race to recurring revenue, but my third OTM, because I just literally followed the link and just bought OTM there and then.
Bought straight away, didn't you? One of those people who didn't bother with the challenge. Just buy one-to-many, it's fine.
Well, but it just spoke for itself. I was like, I'd never heard of anybody making £1 million in an hour. Not somebody who sounded like myself, girl next door. Just, you were just being you. And I was like, that's what I want to learn from. I want to learn from someone who I can relate to, as opposed to somebody who I think, oh, wow, I mean, goodness gracious, what you've achieved now. Yeah, but what you've achieved now is incredible, but you're relatable. And because of that, I decided to buy.
And so when you were in one to many, I always ask
Yeah.
this question because I really like to be transparent, that I like to be honest that it's not a get rich quick scheme. It's hard work,
Mm-mm.
like one to many.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to sail through
Mm-hmm.
it. What did you
Mm-mm.
find most difficult about it?
My big idea. even even though I had a business, or yeah, or I think I just created my healing business, I didn't have a clue. And I kept on being stuck in what I thought I knew.
Yeah, you changed your ideal client like 3 times.
I literally, I'm there's people going, oh, well, I've just decided I'm going to do this and this. And I'm like, yeah, it doesn't make any sense to me. And then there was all these different terms, and I didn't know what a lead magnet was. And everybody's just speaking, and I'm just sat there just watching, going, I'll just absorb. And that's what I did. I just absorbed. And funnily enough, I started watching you. I actually started watching you. Like I was listening to the courses, but I was watching you, and I was like, and it's funny because you've got a plaque that says, "What would Lisa do?" I literally was just watching. There you go. What would Lisa do? Yeah. So I just started watching you. I was like, I'm just going to watch you, and then I started watching Zoe, and I just paid attention to that, and I listened to everything because I literally didn't understand it. But I was like, if I got stuck in, oh, this doesn't make sense to me, or I don't know what I'm doing, then I'm either going to lose interest, and I have a very short attention span. So I was like, pay attention to the person that you came to work with
Yeah.
and just
It
listen
can
to
get
what they say.
loud, can't it?
Yeah, yeah, it can get loud.
It can get
And
busy, and we always tell people just concentrate on what I'm saying.
yeah,
Ignore anything else.
yeah. And that's what I did. And but yeah, I didn't, the big idea thing, I was like, oh my God, what do I do? And I kept on canceling. I was thinking, oh, this isn't right. And I was thinking, oh, what was right and stuff. And none of that really matters in the
No,
big scheme of it, because once you settle in, it will come.
and it does. It always does.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
it comes at the right time as well when you
yeah,
need it to. So
yeah,
one of the things that I love about your journey in one to many, the reason why I wanted to interview you and why you are so different, is because you've actually used one to many to make your corporate work even better and to make money from your corporate side. What kind of bits did you take, rather than, we're here for passive income, but people do generally say, while I was growing my passive income stream, one to many helped me get clients, helped me get corporate
yeah.
clients, all of these different things, which isn't, it's just a bonus. We don't do that on purpose. But obviously, if you're talking about content and audience growing and visibility, then of course that's going to happen. So what kind of things helped you to really change the way you were working?
It was just interacting with intention. One thing that I've noticed is that you don't do anything for nothing. Like literally, when you open your mouth, is because you've thought about where you want to send us next, where you want to connect us next. And I've actually started speaking with intention, which I never used to before, because I'm quite a loud mouth. So I'll just go bah and just say what I want to say. And for some reason, I just started to focus more on what did I want? What was the end result I was trying to achieve, and just focus on that, but also to set boundaries. So I'm very much, not everybody would say so, but I believe that I can be quite pleasing, like a people pleaser.
Yeah.
And I've learned how to be like, no, this is what I'm going to do. These are the times I'm available. I'll always squeeze someone in. I'll always try and squeeze someone in. And funny enough, I emailed Emma Clayton earlier on today, and I loved her email that comes back, because it was like, if you're this, I'll respond to you at this time. If you're this,
boundaries is so important.
I love this. This is amazing. So setting those boundaries, and what has happened, I've always been a big earner in the corporate world. Until I lost everything and then built it back up. But I've always been a big earner in the corporate world. But since doing OTM, I think I've done over 175,000 in the corporate world. But not on big contracts either, like really short contracts. This is what I want to do. These are the number of days I want to work. I will come in and do this. But also I've been very authentic, rather than saying, oh, I'm going to come in and be your key strategist for a multi-billion-pound project. When they say, oh, what do? I go, I'm a healer. And they go, oh. And then they go, can you come and build this project and stuff. So
I think that's brilliant. Like that, your authenticity is coming out, and so you'll get the right people, and they'll value you. And this is the thing: your corporate clients now value your time because you're putting those boundaries in place, and it makes a massive difference.
yeah.
You know, 175,000 since doing one-to-many is nothing to sneeze at. I want you to be really proud of doing that because it's amazing. And yeah, I know you're someone that plays everything down. Like for those of you that know Victoria, she plays everything down. She's like, oh, it wasn't that good. It's like amazing what you're doing, and the people that help you.
Thank you. Yeah, you know, it's one of those things, but I'm very grateful. And I did a post the other day about it's so much more than the money when you come in here, for example. I'll tell you one of my biggest takeaways from One to Many, the fact that I can actually do my own lead magnet now. Like, you have no idea. I'd have paid the money just to learn how to do a lead magnet and walk away, because the lead magnet, even though it gets done for you, I paid attention to how it was done. And I can now build my own lead. I've done like 4 or 5, and I love them. And
You're like, I'm checking out.
I know, but for me, it's a huge thing, because I would have had to have hired somebody to do that for me in the past, and learning to do that, but also understanding language. And something else that I noticed, it came to me today actually, was that you break the language down so that even somebody who has never heard of all the techie words or gets overwhelmed by techie words can understand. And I get bored. Yeah.
I see that because I didn't understand. So when I started, people were like giving me all this jargon in business, and I was like, God, this is really complicated. I'm never going to be able to make any money because I don't even understand the words. It was like a different language. And so I thought, if I ever work this out, I'm going to change everything into normal language that normal people. So when I explain things, I'm like, would a 5-year-old understand this? And I literally teach my kids it and go, do you not understand what I'm saying? And they get it. And I'm like, okay, then this is the language we're going to use, because there's nothing more annoying than business people making business complicated instead of, it's not complicated. Now you've done it, you can see it's not complicated. It's just a matter of step by step by step, and you do it. And you I see you doing that now.
Thank you. Yeah, but also I know you've got to ask questions, but I get so excited about it. But that the community, oh my goodness, the number of late night calls and just, hey, how are you doing? And what are you doing? And realizing that nobody has got it figured out.
No one.
I'm not a shouter in groups. In my ego, I separate myself very much and stuff. And it's the first group where I've immersed myself and been part of something. I just don't do it. But to be able to message someone, and say, hey, let's have a chat and stuff, especially poor Natalie, who never sleeps. So she's in Australia, she never sleeps. So you're like, hey, are you awake? It's
she's always awake.
Yeah, but
Australian, she was on lives at 3 o'clock in the morning, at 10 o'clock, and at 2 o'clock. It didn't matter what time it was. She was there.
She was there. They're just amazing people, Roz and Danny, just incredible individuals that you meet and who will promote you. Just, it's a huge gift. I can't even. Have I got my money back from this? Yes, thousands over. And that has nothing to do with what I make in the corporate world. It's just with the relationships that I've made and the people that see you and connect you. Incredible. So thank you.
Thank you for saying it. And I think that one of the things that I'm most proud of about One to Many is the community. I seem to attract really good people to me now.
You manifest good people.
You say I'm like the best manifestor ever. Like, I'm manifesting, and I don't really believe in that. I can just about cope with how Victoria explains it, because it's like on my level. She has to speak to me like a 5-year-old. But I seem to attract really good people that have integrity into this program. And so everybody's there to lift each other up. We have this no man left behind. Like, everyone helps everyone else to get there. And that's what I love about it. It's my favorite thing about One to Many. Yes, you can make money, and yes, you can learn the steps to make passive income. But actually, that community, I've seen people from One to Many be each other's bridesmaids. Like, from the community. Like, I love how people make friends for life in there. It's a big deal to me.
Incredible. But don't you agree that with the integrity though, with the integrity then comes the money though, because it's something you have to be patient, but if you're not integral, then karmically you're not going to bring in what you deserve. That's how I feel anyway.
And everything else, like you're bringing, if you have integrity, you bring in the right people to you, the right opportunities come to you, everything's easier. And that's why it's one of my biggest values. And it happens to be pretty much every client I have lists it as one of their values. And there's no coincidence in that, I don't think. And it's a ripple effect, because, you know, I teach those people to do things in a certain way and not to be pushy and all of this kind of stuff. And then they teach their people and they teach their people, and suddenly there's this massive ripple effect of people who are all in integrity and all lifting each other up and doing amazing things. And that's what I want. Like that's my whole purpose. So yeah. Oh, I love talking to you, Victoria. I want to ask you loads of questions, but I do realize that I've kept you for a long time.
Ask me, that's okay.
Okay, so I want to know more a bit about what you're going to do next. So you've been doing putting together your audience, and you now have a super engaged small audience. How have you found growing that audience?
Do you know what? I've really loved it this time around. I had a group when I first started. I created a group when I first started One to Many in 2020, and I just wasn't feeling that group at all. And now I know that I hadn't selected them and I hadn't been clear about who the group was for. So I had all my fans come in, but not my clients. So this time round, I'm creating a group where people who want to work with me are coming in, and they need me for my skills, which is really good. I've also been really clear about doing a live at least once a week. So we have a set live, which I love, called Spiritual Soul Sundays, just because Oprah nicked my Super Soul Sunday, so I'm not happy about that. You know, how dare she? So they call it Spiritual Soul Sunday. So I have that, and I'm loving growing that, and it's really, really interactive. Got some incredible people in there. Got quite a few people from your groups in there as well, which is really nice. So people who understand, again, the part of integrity, and I'm playing full out as well. What's next? So as a healer and stuff, it's like you sit down sometimes and you go, okay, what can I provide? And I had a program that I was doing one-to-one back before I started One to Many, and I've created that now for a group purpose. But then I had a vision the other day, so I'm going a bit woo-woo here. So don't glaze over. But I had one, and it was called, and it's called Business Oracle. And I'm so excited because it connects you to the soul of your business. So it's where you've tried everything, and yet the vibration of your business is low, and there's something missing, but it's not understanding the technicalities of it. It's not the strategy. It's not the strategy and stuff. It's just, you just don't get it. So right now, I've created that. I'm actually going to be doing finish the write-up tonight. I'm really excited about it. But it's incredible. And yeah, so that's going to be my next thing. I'm
excited to see that happen.
I know. It's going to be my next big launch. It's going to be, and I can't wait.
What's your group called, in case people want to come and hang out with you, which I think everybody will?
Thank you. It's called Manifestation Kitchen Group. Right now on my page, it's leading towards One to Many and the rest of recurring revenue. But if you just follow me and ask, or you go to, I think it's pinned on my page, you'll find me, or just DM me and I'll send you a link and you'll come in.
Amazing. Thank you for being here. Your energy is always amazing. We should just go to the pub for 5 hours.
We should. Well, you're far from me and stuff, so you never know, one day.
But thank you for being here. Thanks, everybody. Look, you've already got fans in here. Natalie has put your link in for your group, so hopefully people will go and hang out there. Thank you for being here, guys, again, to watch this interview. I will be back tomorrow with more interviews. There are going to be interviews for the next 2 weeks. So any questions you have for any of my guests, I want you to come and ask them. Like, we're really transparent about One to Many. We're really honest about it for you. So by looking at people that have already done it and that are my biggest success stories, then they're the people that, are going to inspire you and show you what's possible, because that's what it's all about. So I will see you tomorrow. Thanks for being here, Victoria.
Thanks, love. Thank you so much.
Have a
God
good
bless.
night.
Take care. Thanks. Bye.